Would you say that that's also another problem for you? Because mostly coaches will say that if your side fails to create chances, there's a problem. What happens to when they fail to convert chances? Is that a major problem?
Yeah, it's also an issue because the game is all about scoring goals. So once you create, you should be able to convert those chances that come your way. Because the moment you are able to convert those chances that come your way, it gives you some confidence and then it gives you some control in terms of the tempo of the game. You dictate the pace of the game. But then if you create and you are not scoring, and then it even happens that the opponent scores, then you have to work extra hard. You have to work under pressure to be able to come back and then take the lead. So I think basically we need to be able to convert our chances, and we've been working on it since. If you look at our game, the last game that we played, we created a lot, but then we couldn't convert. Then we only converted one, which was not even an obvious goal scoring opportunity. It was a long range shot that scored. So I think we need to work harder on our goal scoring, and as coaches or as technical staff, we are working hand in hand with the players to make sure that we get it resolved.
Coach, the post-match interview with Entry, when he was reacting to the draw, he made mention of the fact that even the way we conceded, it was due to the lack of responding to what you said prior to the game in terms of how we concede. By this admission, does it cause any change in terms of the players' alertness and concentration throughout the game, admitting that they failed you with your...
Yes, it will, because even admitting that as coaches, we alerted them, we made them aware of it, we showed them videos, possibilities of them, the possible ways that they can punish us. We showed them those videos and we worked on them. So for him to admit is a positive sign. And I think when players admit that something did not go well, it tells you that they are together. So I'm sure with this admission, they themselves at their level will discuss it. And as a technical staff too, we've already discussed it. We've watched the video over and over, and then we are trying to train on that so that it doesn't occur again. So it's good for the team. It's good for the team because it will bring about positive mental orientation in terms of their attentional control. They will be able to pay attention to the fine details that will give to them, which are likely to cause the team.
Coach, by Entry's admission, let's go into the game proper. Did they play to the pattern that you wanted them to play in terms of their shape and how they respond to every action on the field? Were you satisfied with how they played?
Yes, I was. I think they played very well. We had a good structure defensively and offensively. We had a structure there. We looked very expansive, very comfortable on the ball, trying to look at the pocket spaces behind the opponent. I think we had some balance. We had some rhythm in the game. We controlled the game. The opponent also came with its own tactical approach, trying to sit deep in their area and catching us on the counter. So to me, in terms of performance, I think that they played well. They circulated the ball well. They showed confidence on the ball. Anytime we lost the ball too, we tried to, as quickly as possible, try to press for the ball and then win the ball and go on a quick transition, which was very good. And then again, there was that element of desire to play to win. They showed high levels of energy throughout the game. I remember when we were going, I told them that they shouldn't forget that there's a possibility that we can concede. But then when we concede, we don't have to drop our heads. We have to keep our heads up and believe that we can come back and even go ahead and then win the game. And if you look at the way they scored, at the time they scored, we were dominating the game. And so more or less, it was very, very demoralizing. But then these guys or these boys or these gentlemen believed in themselves that they could come back, and indeed they came back. So to me, it was a good game. Only that we should have scored more goals because of the number of chances that we created.
Coach, we traveled to Berekum this weekend, and it's a place that looks more like an arid land for us in terms of victories, picking up wins over there. Last season we were almost there, but yeah, I think concentration-wise, that has been the story of Kotoko at Berekum. How are you approaching this game, and what are you doing differently this time around to ensure that we are able to return with what we all aim to achieve on the day?
I think we need to stay, psychologically, we need to stay very alert throughout the game. We have to be very focused. If we have the ball, we have to be very focused. If we don't have the ball, we have to be very focused. We need to ensure that we are very attentive throughout the game, because any lack of focus can lead to us being punished. So psychologically, I think we need to be there in terms of concentration. We need to be there. Then tactically too, I think that we need to be very compact, very, very compact, because they are going to go in very aggressively, trying to play the long balls behind the defense, explore the spaces behind it. So we need to be very compact, and we need to be very athletic and very fast to the ball. I mean, if it's not possible, you play safe at the back. So tactically, I think that we need to stay in that shape in order to avoid. Attacking wise, I think we need to be confident on the ball, try to look at the spaces behind their defense and exploit those spaces. And then when the few chances come our way, we try as much as possible to convert them.
Coming up against Coach Samuel Godu, that's at the opposite dugout, how well do you enjoy facing him? Because in recent years, you are the two managers who have achieved a lot for these two great football clubs. Now he's at Berekum Chelsea. How do you enjoy meeting him, and what sort of a game are you selling to us?
Yeah, it's going to be a cagey game in terms of everybody trying to win the game. He wants to win, we also want to win. I think that will actually bring out the best in these boys, because I'm sure the message will be drumming down the ears of his boys is that, guys, we need to go out all out. We are playing at home. We have the 12th man, which is the support base. This is our pitch. We are very comfortable on the pitch. We know how to play on this pitch, so we need to go out and then get the job done. So with this sort of, message to the boys, and we also very determined that we need to go out there and then get the points. I'm sure the game itself is going to be very cagey. He's that type of coach. He has the winning mentality. He always wants to win every single game. And as Kotoko too, we also have that winning mentality. You have to win every game that you play. So the issue on Sunday will be everybody wants to win, and it's going to bring the best out of the two teams.
Coach, we want to focus on the new boys, your youngsters. I see they are all smiles anytime they are at the training grounds. How well are they integrating into the team, and are we likely to see any of them make a cameo in any of the matches that we will play?
Sure. They are, as you said, they are youngsters. They are up and coming. We need to gradually integrate them into the team. We should know when to bring them on board. So at the moment, some of them are training with the first team, and then they are very comfortable. We are letting them know that they need to express themselves. They should express themselves, make all the mistakes that they can make. We are there as coaches to support them, to correct their errors. The game is the best teacher. To correct errors in the game, let the players play, and the errors will be corrected through guidance and then motivation. So we are doing that, and we've also spoken or engaged the senior players that they should also support them socially, psychologically. They should support them, that they can make it. And I'm sure with this approach, once mentally they are stable and they believe that they have the support of the technical staff, they have the support of their senior colleagues. I'm sure they will be calm, they will be stable mentally, and then they will be able to express themselves. And then at the right time, as and when we think that some would have to play, we'll introduce them as and when we think, because we must do this introduction carefully and gradually so that we don't kill their spirit, because if the introduction is not done properly at the right time, it can kill the spirit of these young boys, and we need them to grow to become the future of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So it's a gradual process that we are going through, and I'm sure with the education that we have given to them, they are at home and are ready to express themselves on the field at training.
Coach, on the injury situation, are we likely to have positive news returns, or those missing possibly through injury?
Yeah, it's not that positive, because as you've already put out there, Smart picked an injury. He's undergone a successful surgery, and he's going to be out for some few weeks. So he's going to be out of the team. Samba also had a hamstring problem, so he's not going to be part of the team. And then Awuche is gradually also coming back. Tinedu too has a problem with the calf. It happened last week before our game against Young Apostles. He was actually ruled out of the game until the last minute after a series of scans, and then the medical team advised that we include him in the team. So when he was monitored, but then this week he complained, and then he's been out of training. He trained once on Tuesday, and then from there he complained, so he's been out. He's not trained since Tuesday, so he's also going to be out of the team. So basically, this is the situation at hand. We are going to lose Smart, Samba too for some few weeks, and then Tinedu, I'm sure it will also take a little time for him to come back. So this is the situation now. But for Awuche, he's gradually getting back. He started training with the youth team, and then now he's with the first team.
Coach, the last game, Lord couldn't complete the full duration. Was it something that we should worry about, or he just shook off whatever was happening?
Yeah, I mean, he picked an injury around the groin area. Fortunately, when he picked the injury, he signaled the medical team, so immediately he was substituted. So it didn't get worse. So we started managing it from that day right after the game. So we gave him some few days off. He rested, and then he has recovered. He trained with the team yesterday, and today too he'll be training with the team. So Lord is okay and is ready to play on Sunday.
Coach, in our last game, during the last game, supporters were they were mixed feeling among some section, not all of them, because we were not able to win. What will be your message to them this time around as we travel away?
First of all, I would like to thank them for the numbers that they showed up at Obuasi. It was amazing. It was so beautiful. They came in their numbers, in their colors, and it made the ambience in and around the stadium very beautiful. It made it a bright day for association football. Unfortunately, what they expected, we couldn't give it to them, which is the results. In terms of performance, I'm sure they saw how the team played. What I want to tell them that is just the early stages of the season, and they have to be calm, they have to be patient. Sometimes some of these things will happen, and when they happen, as supporters, we are entreating or appealing to them to be calm with us and still support us. And when they do that, we'll be very confident in our approach towards training and then towards game, and we'll be able to give them the results that they want. So I want them to be patient with us. They have to be calm with us because the players are also looking up to them. The way they will behave can affect these players mentally, and this can be negative or positive based on the interpretation that these players make out of their behavior. So I am appealing to them to be calm with us and then still believe in us that we can do it and we'll do it for them.